Lunchtime Live, the show that allows you a unique access to the music, story, and words of the area's most phenomenal local artists and bands. I'm your host, Misha Sisikin. What are we waiting for? Let's get started.
And welcome to yet another edition of Lunchtime Live, coming to you from the campus of California State University, San Bernardino. For the next hour, you are going to hear some phenomenal music from one of San Bernardino, Riverside, or San Diego County's greatest local bands. Today, we are delighted to be joined in studio by the band Radiator BBQ from Crestline. So, without further ado, let's introduce you again to your host for Lunchtime Live, Misha Sisikin.
All right, thank you, Lacey. Morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
Morning. Welcome here to the campus of Cal State San Bernardino. It's a somewhat nice day out there today.
Oh, yeah, beautiful.
I think the sun's trying to come through, right?
Speaking. Nice one yesterday.
That's right, yeah. Oh, yeah, yesterday, jeez. All right, so let's start with some introductions. That way we get to know each other. Who wants to begin? Which side do we want to go?
Hey, I'm Don.
Right.
I'm Don Jones. I play guitar and bass in Radiator BBQ. We kind of switch off on instruments through our set, and that's about it. I mean,
we'll expand upon that later. Yeah, awesome.
I'm John Carpenter. I play drums and do percussion, and that's it.
And I'm Jimmy Chaos, and I do guitar, bass, and vocals as well.
Okay, right on. So we'll get into the whole switching off thing later, but first of all, Radiator BBQ. What? I mean, that's a cool. I don't know how you came up with it, but
actually, we have to give credit to Josh Hazlett for that one. That's one of our good buddies, and he kind of came up with the name. And he's all, man, we were talking one day at his house, and he's all, man, you got to have some crazy freaking like band name. It's like a car crash or whatever, all this stuff, And our friend Mike Acuna thought of the name Seven Car Pileup, but I guess it was already taken.
Ah, jeez.
Yeah. And so as we were going along, still trying to figure out a name, Josh came over to me and Jimmy's house, and this is when we lived in Top Town in Crestline.
Okay.
And we didn't have a microwave.
Okay.
But we had one of those kind of old school radiator heaters that looked like an accordion.
All right, yeah.
And we'd heat up our frozen burritos. We'd wrap them in foil and put them on top of the radiator heater.
Yeah.
And we'd heat up our burritos like that. And so when Josh came over one day, dude, he's like, hey, that's a Radiator BBQ.
Like, there you go, right?
Hey, there's the name.
Yeah.
So it kind of worked out like that.
That's awesome because we sort of had those visions where, you're sitting there, you go pop your hood on your car and you're sitting there cooking something on that radio. But yeah, but that also came to mind too, the old style radio. That's awesome.
It's just part of the punk rock lifestyle,
Yeah. You got to work with what you got, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. No, it's a great name because it really stops and makes you think and go, wait, what?
Yeah.
Makes people hungry.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't want to say that. I was ready to run out here. Get a bite to eat, right?
One time we played at Angels Roadhouse 2 in Apple Valley, and the bartender asked us what our name was, and she thought we said Korean barbecue.
Oh, nice.
And so we let her just kind of go with it until we were announced later, and she looked at us and pointed and shook her finger.
Yeah.
You guys maybe think you're Korean barbecue?
That's okay. We'll record an album with a ukulele or something called Hawaiian barbecue.
There you go, right? Yeah. No, you guys got this down. I see little side projects coming out here.
Oh, yeah.
All over the place.
All right. Now, you guys are from Crestline. That's I want to say you're one of the first, if not the first, band that we've had come down the mountain. That's pretty cool.
Really?
Is it a little different up there than down here?
Yeah, it's different up there.
A lot of trees.
Yeah.
Really? No.
Everybody kind of hides out a little more.
Oh yeah.
It's more mellow. I mean, if you're looking to get yourself into trouble, you can.
Oh, okay.
But,
all right.
But for the most part, everybody that that we know that plays music, we all kind of just do our thing, go to work or do whatever we need to do, and come together and make music.
All right.
We just love it.
Yeah. I bet the trees love it too. A little more.
Oh yeah.
A little more than birds chirping up there and bears climbing them. You know.
Helps them grow.
Yeah.
Yeah, all our neighbors like it, so it's cool.
That's right. Well, you know what? Before we get too far, we're going to jump into our first track here because we're going to let, before you describe, you know, what your sound is, what you do, we're going to let our listeners and viewers, or listeners mostly, but this is a weird show if you haven't noticed by now, right?
We're all about weird.
Yeah. Well, the first track we're going to hear is Tonight, and we'll listen to it, then we'll talk a little bit, and we'll get into your style. So this is Tonight by Radiator BBQ here on Lunchtime Live. So we got a lot to talk about there. That was Tonight by Radiator BBQ here on Lunchtime Live, and we're just getting started. So if you're just tuning in, that's a good thing. You got a great show in store. Now, all right, before we get into that track, let's get a little bit more background. How long have you guys been together as a band, or was this the original lineup? Has it gone through different?
This is the original lineup.
The original.
We had a little 1 year kind of hiatus, but including that, we've been together about 3 years.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, now, how would you describe your music? I mean, what style? Do you label it?
Every song's different.
Yeah.
Every song's totally
different. Well, that's
different.
what we're going to hear today. I know that.
Basically, to sum it up, a demonstration of mass destruction and sound effects.
Wow. Awesome.
You know what? I'm scared, but in a good way.
You should be.
Yeah, that's right. All right. Now, okay, that track, that's got a lot going in there, and that little towards the end where you're like, is it over? And then, drums come back, and you're like, oh, wait, okay, no, it's not. How was that? Who wrote that? I mean, what's going on?
I originally wrote that song in 2004. I actually recorded it and played with an old band of mine. And after the old band and I broke up, I just kind of left it in the closet. And then finally I just started playing it one day, and everybody's like, whoa, you got to start playing that. Yeah. So we just kind of started, doing it. Yeah. But at the time when I wrote it, I was listening to a lot of Muse.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And they always had that explosive element of surprise. So it's just whenever it just comes into the chorus, I just picture explosions, Yeah,
yeah.
So.
Oh man, no, it comes through there. Don't worry. Now, you guys, I know you just recently dropped by a CD. That's a full album.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, how did that go? I mean, did you guys record that on your own? Did you jump in the studio? What's the deal?
Yeah, I have a Fostex MHR8.
Yes.
Digital 8-track.
All right.
And it has a built-in CD burner on the bottom of it.
Yeah.
And basically what I did is I recorded everything on that. Everything you hear on there, the instruments and everything is live.
Oh, okay, cool.
So we recorded all that stuff live together, and then we overdubbed the vocals.
Yeah.
So that way it'd still, it would still have our live sound and everything, but clarity.
Yeah.
And so what we did with that is we transferred it into another Fostex MHR8. We transferred it over and did all the cleanup through a digital EQ.
Really? Okay.
Because we don't have any editing software or anything like that. What you hear is raw. That's
pretty good for raw. I mean, honestly, for not looking at it, for not having it mixed and mastered, so to speak. I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah, we did it all by ear and through that little digital EQ rack mount thing, and then to another Fostex, and then took it from there and formatted it into WAV files.
That's pretty cool, though. I mean, you're kind of going back to the days of tape and everything. I mean, bouncing and, you weren't trying to create more tracks or anything, but I mean that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, we do it old school.
Yeah.
So, and for all you bands out there who think that you need Pro Tools, you don't.
Oh no, he said it. Oh no. Oh jeez. No.
Unless you need auto-tune.
That's not music. That's a crime.
Oh man. Oh, this is getting good now. All right. It's become a political show now. That's right. Well, I mean, in all seriousness, the finished product you guys have sounds really good. I'm surprised that you're able to do it that way, because I know, I'm not saying it can't be done, because obviously it can. We're hearing that, but I mean, it's unheard of. Mostly now it's, I mean, if you start there, but then it gets dropped into some sort of production suite, and then, but good for you.
It took a lot of patience, and to me, like, when you listen to it, there was a lot of love put into that.
Yeah.
Because we, manually did everything, instead of having, some schmo, like, in an office sitting there, just playing with dials and stuff. That was all us.
Yeah, so you're actually sitting there. You're actually being the line that you'd create on the fade in the software. So you're actually sitting there going, oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, all three of us would just be sitting there, playing with dials. Like, I wonder how this will sound. Crap. Nope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
no, but that's really reminiscent of how it used to be done, and that's I mean, that's awesome.
It totally
Too is all the songs except for the last song on the album.
Yeah.
We recorded every song in one day.
Well, you know what? This seems like a perfect time to jump into our next track. That way, now that we understand the process, this one's called Star Divine. Again, we're gonna listen to it. We'll get the story behind it, and then we'll get into some more issues here. This is Star Divine by Radiator BBQ here on Lunchtime Live. Hey, that was Star Divine by Radiator BBQ here on Lunchtime Live, and a little different feel to that one. So, I don't know, let's just get right into it. I mean, you said right off the bat, I mean, you got different sounds, different songs, everything sounds different. Now, same process with the writing and playing. I mean, was it as easy, or is it a little more difficult, or was that another one that you pulled out from the past? I don't know.
No, that one I was just at a point in time in my life. I had just moved down to Orange County for a time, and I was listening to I forgot what radio station it was, but I had it on all night, and I kept hearing like the Pixies and all Nirvana and just all kinds of good stuff, and I was like, I haven't written a good grunge tune in a long time. So I just started playing, because basically I throw music theory out the window with my thought process of the music. Like, chord progressions to me, like, I have different patterns that I hear, and so I heard those chords in my head, and I was like, well, try it out, and started playing it, and then I finally had some words that came up and brought it to the table, and first time we played it together was actually at a party.
All right. That's always a good place to debut a song. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. Cool. So we've been kind of alluding to your live stuff, and you're not totally a jam band, but I mean, I guess if it takes up half of your set, I guess maybe we can call you that. But let's talk about some live shows. I mean, you guys are out there. Did you start out with live shows as soon as you? Well, yeah, you did, because we were saying.
Yeah. We had to fill a spot.
Yeah. Okay.
And we just kind of we just came together and made it work.
All right.
We have I was talking earlier that we kind of have an intuition with each other to be able to know where one's going, or we have like kind of like signals and stuff that we can throw at each other. It's like, okay, hey, I'm gonna either speed it up here or slow it down or whatever. Give me some room, and then we back off from each other and give each other space to where we can kind of manipulate what's going on with the soundscape. Right. And whatnot, and create different atmospheres with it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think we have a fun time with that, and I think that's the best part of like this band is that we can do that.
Yeah, yeah.
And we could do it at any given time at the drop of a hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's my biggest enjoyment I get out of it, because it's, you know, you tap into that place to where you're not thinking anymore,
Right.
and you're just letting it come through instead. You know, and when it comes through, it's that more pure feeling, and you're there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And then that's what I love about it, because we can get there like that.
Yeah. That's good that you guys have that, you know, you can sync like that. That's
So there's only one other live band that I've seen that was able to actually read off of each other, and that was the Who.
Oh, yeah.
Just, you know, extending songs like some of their like early hits, like I Can't Explain or something like that. You know, a 2-minute pop song, all of a sudden extending it to like 10 minutes, having, you know, crazy drum solos, guitar solos, and everything. You know, and that's just kind of what we do as well.
There you go. Those aren't bad people to try and emulate either.
Oh no.
We try to, well, a lot of our styles kind of go back to like 60s and 70s roots.
Yeah, yeah.
To where like we play blues, we play rockabilly, we play reggae, we play almost anything you could think of. Almost we can jam.
Yeah.
We can appeal to almost anyone.
That's great.
So.
Yeah. That's good, because then I guess that would leave your target audience open, I assume. I mean, you kind of have that philosophy of going out there and just playing and whoever wants to hear, or do you have like specific people you target?
No, we don't have any specific people we target. We just kind of play what we feel.
Okay.
And by doing that, it attracts more people because we're doing what we like to do.
Yeah.
And when people see you enjoying yourself, they're going to enjoy themselves too.
Absolutely.
You know, and I think that's the big part of it, what makes it so good and special and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's kind of a unification of the tribes. Like you have your genres of, oh, I'm a metalhead, or oh, I'm, you know, I love reggae, or, you know, I'm a punk, you know, this or that. You know, we appeal to everything. Like you know, we do have a somewhat of a metal song which attracts that crowd. I mean, even some of the jam stuff we'll break into, you know, kind of metal. You know, we'll play punk rock, we'll play reggae, blues, everything. We can appeal to, you know, little kids all the way to, you know, people in their 60s and 70s.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so it's just it's a great project bringing people together through music.
Yeah. Well, right on. Well, we're going to take another quick break, but we're going to keep talking about what you guys do out there, because it sounds like you have a blast doing live shows, and you're also a great band to watch. So we're not done there. But like I said, when we get back, we'll talk about that. This is Lunchtime Live with Radiator BBQ.
This is Radiator BBQ, and you're watching Lunchtime Live.
Sometimes.
Hi, this is Dr. Albert Karnig, President of Cal State San Bernardino. You've apparently chosen Coyote Radio over your own homework.
And welcome back to Lunchtime Live, coming to you from the campus of California State University, San Bernardino. Each week we bring you a different great local band. Today, no different. We are joined in studio by the band Radiator BBQ. They hail from Crestline. Today, being interviewed by your host, Misha Sisikin. Here he is again. Misha.
All right, thank you, Lacey. All right. So we're almost at that point of the show where we just go absolutely crazy and just have fun with it. Okay. More fun, if you can believe it, because, I mean, I've been having fun. I don't know about you guys. There you go. Easy there. We got to keep this at least a PG show. Yeah, I know. It's all right. All right. So we've been getting to know you guys. I mean, of course, why the name, which that's still an awesome story. A little bit about how you work in the studio, which is unconventional. I mean, more so today, just because of the aid of computers and stuff. But I mean, you know.
I don't have a computer.
Oh, there you go. All
We're
right.
broke, people. We accept donations through PayPal.
That's right. Oh man, and then we jump into the live shows where you guys apparently have some fun and all that.
We're trying to get ourselves ready to set up a tour and stuff like that, and we want to do something at least the whole coast, the West Coast, and we have friends in other states and stuff like that too that we're linking up with and trying to get maybe like a Midwest, Southwestern tour kind of thing too.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
So we have plans and big ideas and stuff. It's just getting the funding and everything together and making sure everything's cool and everything everybody holds their end of the bargain.
Yeah.
Because that tends to be a problem in the music business. A lot of people don't hold their end of the bargain.
Really? Yeah, I know.
And
Jeez.
we've worked really hard on always being the band that fulfills their part.
Yeah, that's good.
It's important to us, not just because of our reputation or whatnot, but just because out of the joy of it. You know?
Yeah.
And we love it so much that we want to treat it good, so that way if you treat a plant very well and you feed it the right nutrients, it's going to grow big and strong.
Oh yeah.
And that's like how we're looking at it with us. If we feed what we're doing the right nutrients, we'll be able to make it bigger than we've ever thought.
Yeah, for sure.
And be known for having such great character.
Exactly.
And you'll be the full deal there.
Yeah.
The band that actually follows through and has the good music.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Yeah, that's not rock and
You
roll.
guys aren't musicians. What are you talking about?
Well, what's funny is that's more rock and roll than the whole prima donna attitude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we did this show.
Yeah. All right, story time. I want to hear
Yeah,
this.
we did the show Maximum Exposure Showcase.
Okay.
Right. It's Long Beach at Club Lush. And it was a 2-day event, 15 bands each day.
Wow. Okay.
And so we fulfilled our thing, and this is the first time that we went for selling tickets for an event, because we normally never do that.
Right.
We always go by word of mouth, or somebody calls us up, or we search out the venue or whatnot. Yeah. And we work something on based upon our performance. Now, this is our first time selling tickets for it, so we went above and beyond. We sold. We sold 40 tickets. We sold 55.
Wow.
And they guaranteed an additional 10 minutes to our set.
Okay.
And whatnot. And so when it came down to us playing, we played, and we're the only band that day that got the whole place moving.
Really?
To where security had to slow people down.
Oh, wow.
And I mean, like, had the whole place jump into other people's following and everything else.
Yeah.
And we were the only band that got yelled to have, people were yelling for us to have an encore.
Oh, all right.
Right? And one of the stagehands just came up. He's all, "Nope, you guys are cut." Started unplugging our stuff.
Wow.
After 30 minutes.
Yeah,
Wow.
after 30 minutes, and we were supposed to get at least a 40 to 45 minute set.
You guys have the talent, and it's unfortunate that club, I think it was, Club Lush? I don't know.
I thought he said Lush.
Yeah, I think it was Lush. And
that's
it was in Long Beach, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, drunky.
So that's unfortunate that happened, but this one's called Conservation, as you corrected me earlier. I can't read sometimes. But we'll listen, we'll get some story on it. This is Conversation by Radiator BBQ here on Lunchtime Live. Another great song by Radiator BBQ, Conservation. A little different style also, but nonetheless, really good. Now, unfortunately, we only have very limited time left, so let's. Where can people find out more about you guys, show dates, and information on purchasing music or downloading, all that good stuff?
You can find information on Facebook.
Yeah.
You just type in Radiator BBQ and it'll
Okay.
pop right up instantly.
Right on.
It'll have like our album cover art on there and stuff, and that usually will tell you when we're playing shows or if we're doing anything like side projects too. Like if one of us are gonna guest appearance with another band
Yeah.
or something like that. You can find all that information there, and you can also check out us on YouTube. You just type in Radiator BBQ, and it's the first thing that pops up.
Awesome.
And there you go. I mean, that's our basic stuff that you can get a hold of us.
Right on.
And then if you guys see us at our show or whatever, we'll have, most likely we'll have CDs. If we don't, we're too broke to pay for them to be produced.
Hey, that's all right. We won't follow you for that. But hey, seriously, thank you guys for coming in, and best of luck to you in the future.
Thank you.
Thanks, Radiator Barbecue. All right, Lacey, I think we're ready.
All right, you've been listening to Lunchtime Live, coming to you from the campus of California State University, San Bernardino. Thanks again to our in-studio guests today, coming down here all the way from Crestline, Radiator Barbecue. You be sure and join us again next week for Lunchtime Live, and let us know about bands that you'd like to see on future episodes of this program. In the meantime, remember to support the musical artists of your neighborhood. And for the Academic Computing and Media Department at Cal State San Bernardino, as well as the entire staff of Coyote Radio, I'm Lacey Kendall. You have a great week.